must admit I've had my doubts.
So clarify, what are your doubts? Because I really want to know what is going on with you. There is shit underneath that you are fucking trying to stir up.
And Lawrence is very lucky to have you out there selling it.
I appreciate the platform.
Hello everyone, this is Venus Brown. I am back with another episode of Handmaid's Tale. This is Season 6, Episode 4, called Promotion. So, obviously somebody's getting a promotion. Could it be Lawrence? Might it be Nick? Maybe, maybe not. But I'm assuming Lawrence, that is probably what that thing was on the trailer, with him getting that little sash. And that sash was the same sash that Mackenzie had, Hannah's fake Gilead daddy. So, anyway, let's go ahead and watch another one of Gilead's fiasco ceremonies. I don't have a problem really with Lawrence getting a promotion. I just have a problem with Gilead's ceremonies and Gilead's falsities and fakeness and all of that. Fucking trash. I was thinking about something like how Gilead in so many ways parallels some of the shit that we're going through now in our government in the United States of America. I was watching The Last of Us episode 1, and their counsel reminded me that I really think that one of the main things that us as American citizens who do not approve of what our government is doing and has become should do, because it's hard to know what to do. It's overwhelming. Trying to be super involved is overwhelming. Trying to keep up with the news is overwhelming. And trying to know what to freaking take with a grain of salt and what to actually really be concerned about is overwhelming. My thoughts are really conservatives keep coming up with one fucking legislative policy after another. And a lot of them seem very freaking draconian and backwards and fucked up and really screw with sometimes the most vulnerable, a lot of times the most vulnerable in our society, and sometimes most of us, whether we're vulnerable or not. My thoughts, really, right now, are that we need to get into those rooms where those decisions are happening, where legislation is being decided, legislation is being created, legislation is being pushed forward. We all need to do every damn thing that we can to get into those council meetings, to get into those town halls, to get into those legislative meetings, to get anyone's ear that can help us get our own ideas in, get our own legislation created and written up. I mean, conservatives are making it harder and harder for American citizens to put their own policies on the ballot. So start going where the fucking representatives are actually making the policies. Go to the representatives, get them to create the legislation. That way we're not having, I know you're going to have your own other ball of shit that you have to deal with in order to get those things on the ballot or to get them entertained, to be put up as an agenda item. If all of us are doing this stuff, doing as much as we can to get our own legislative ideas put in place, and to bypass the conservatives' attempt to keep us from making new legislative items, from getting things on the ballot, by going around the ballot and just going through the legislature, creating legislative agendas, legislative policies. I think if enough of us did that, really involved ourselves in it, really got to know the policies, what they're trying to push, and how we should push back against them. You know, if they're gonna freaking recreate our country how they want it, why don't we get involved and create the country how we want it? Because fuck them. They don't speak for us. Just like these fucking Gilead commanders don't speak for Gilead. Anyway, enough of that soapbox. Let's get on to the episode.
In New Bethlehem, our women are pregnant, and that is not something that any of you can say on behalf of your country.
Yeah, I would like to see the data on that. You know, if this were a real thing, I would like to see the data on the other countries and whether they're actually having healthy babies. Because I would imagine that Gilead is exaggerating that as much as they can. I mean, that's what authoritarian regimes do. They take that information and they feed the people what they want to feed them. But they try to hide whatever they can that they don't want them to know about. So I suspect that they are exaggerating how badly other countries are. Now, we know that there are countries that were doing very badly, like that one representative that visited Offred's house when she was of Fred. She indicated just how badly it was in her country. But you're also talking about a small, impoverished country. What about these larger, more wealthy countries that are backed by NATO, that have, that have been first world nations for a while, that have the science and all of that?
That's gonna give us maximum impact.
Awesome.
Is this about where you're placing those bombs?
We're gonna blow some shit up.
What are your targets?
Comms tower, ammunition warehouse, and then we're gonna hit the federal building.
How are you gonna get the bombs in?
Trade route that goes from New Bethlehem right into Gilead, and it is a lot less secure.
I hope it all works out.
June?
I hope it all works out. She's like, I don't know that it'll work out, but I hope it all works out.
I've got good news. Your case was dismissed.
Good.
We traded the intel you got with the Canadians. They're very grateful. They want those commanders gone too, unofficially.
Now, who were the commanders? So I still have my suspicions. My main suspicion is Mackenzie. I think Mackenzie is fucking bad news. And I suspect he was massively involved with all of that. And June getting attacked multiple times, not just in the car, but the fucking shooting also.
Holly's gotten so big. She's gonna be so excited to see you.
Hey, she's calling her Holly now.
All right, great. Those people.
Yeah.
It's kind of good to see Luke being involved in like a, giving orders kind of way, giving information, like standing up and doing what he needs to do.
Oh,
Oh, look at this cutie.
hello. You got something for me? Is it sticky?
She is so cute.
Impressive. I can see you've been influenced by Helen Frankenthaler.
Who is?
My wife would be very impressed.
Angela!
My real wife.
My real wife.
He has a very big day ahead of him. Don't you look nice?
Oh, you know what they say about men in uniform.
He looks very
What do they say about?
unhappy. She is, he is not liking that. Yeah, I do want to get a better idea of what this is.
They're gonna expect things from you now,
I can handle whatever the brain trust throws at me.
Well, it's not just golf and cocktail parties anymore. The high commanders share a very specific set of priorities.
I know their priorities.
They, derive their sense of power from their virility.
Except they have no virility.
They know I'm their man.
Whatever you say.
Does she really want to be with him in that way, or is she trying to play the Gilead part?
I should have told you where I was, what I was doing, that I was here working with Mayday.
Oh, it's okay.
I remember those cots. They weren't half bad, honestly.
Didn't want you to worry.
Right, well, that
And
backfired.
That was not my fault.
They were not uncomfortable. I don't remember ever having like
Patrols were not supposed to
back
be.
pain or anything from them.
That is the problem. There's always something you can't predict.
I'm trying to tell you something, all right? I'm supposed to drive in and deliver the bombs. I'm gonna stay, and I'm gonna do that.
You don't think I want to see those commanders dead? You don't think I want to hurt Gilead?
You have many times. This is my turn.
It's my turn.
I go up against Gilead. It's too dangerous. I have to build a life together, okay?
But you also have to get your kid back. Your other kid.
Decrypted the intel, so I'm gonna go check on that.
I think that's part of what he's thinking.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But at least they had a talk.
I love you.
Yeah, love you.
I love you. He's like, really? You don't have enough faith in me to do this same kind of stuff you were doing. You weren't a professional. You were working with a bunch of handmaids that had no Gilead Guardian training. But I get it. Like, she is right. These people are fucking dangerous. They are trained. And they have been engaging in war since fucking Gilead started. do like Serena's blouse. That is very bright purple and beautiful.
So good to see you.
Look at that.
Thank you again for today.
Of course. Least I could do.
She's like, how do I find my sister?
She'll be here.
Where is my sister? How do I get to my sister?
She probably got held up. Nick really wants to see you.
Does he?
Have
Well,
you given any more thought to resettling
get
here?
more information. Is that her?
Honey, I'm so sorry. No, I'm sorry. I heard they made you a mark. It's okay, I got out. And I tried to find you. I swear to God, I tried to find you so hard. You're alive.
I'm assuming Serena's like an only child. I mean, she definitely gives the air of a spoiled, rotten, overprivileged child, but also an only child. Because they're overprivileged in like a totally above the line kind of way. Especially when you're already from a rich, privileged family.
Jezebels.
Moira.
What are they doing at Jezebel's?
We're killing commanders.
They'll be distracted,
It's a good way to do it.
boozing it up in the penthouse. That's where we'll send our sharpshooters. First we kill the commanders at Jezebel's, then our bombs go off, and the military rolls in.
You're not gonna make it past the first step. What are you gonna do? Roll in? Guns blazing?
What, would you suggest bayonets?
Have you considered poison?
Yeah, that's worked in the past.
I know, I was there.
But everything at Jezebel's is taste tested now.
Really?
So poisons that don't require eating.
What about the women? I mean, if you don't know that you're coming, they're just gonna be trapped there in the crossfire.
We don't even know what this penthouse looks like.
We need all the ins and outs. We can't just go in blind.
We won't be. We're gonna do a dry run first. Thanks to Luke and Moira, we know exactly when the penthouse will be empty. We will get someone on the inside, and they will talk to the women working there and tell them what's up.
And make a plan for getting them out, right? They're not collateral damage. They're people.
In an ideal world.
I'll go. Oh, we need eyes on the penthouse. We need to warn the women. I got it.
You just got back. Are you sure?
I'm the only Jezebel here. And unfortunately, I know that place like the back of my hand. I'm the one that's gotta go.
And he shall exalt thee.
And here's our ceremony.
Blessed is the man who perseveres under trial. He shall receive the crown of life. Behold, how good and pleasant it is when brothers live together in unity. Praise be, High Commander Lawrence.
Praise be, and honored by your presence.
How close are Mexico and the UK to normalizing relations?
New Bethlehem gives their leaders cover to get rid of their refugees, and their barren wives want to come to breathe the fresh sea air, so we're making progress.
Gentlemen, cars are waiting to take you to the celebration.
Celebration?
You deserve to enjoy the fruits of your labors.
Fruits are those.
Ripest.
Jezebels.
Riper than what you've got in D.C., right?
I wouldn't know.
My father says you never join him there either.
Your father is a revered leader. His service far exceeds his vices.
His service far exceeds his vices.
You should come, Nick.
Rose is expecting us home for dinner.
That's right.
So, pulling against each other here.
Well, let's get this started.
Okay, Serena.
Mrs. Waterford.
There you go, getting all swallowed up in whatever this is going
Rose
on.
told me she's been craving sweets.
She's resting, I'm afraid.
Oh, what a shame. The pie is still warm.
Well, I wouldn't turn down a slice. Never gotten used to being waited on by Marthas. I was always the cook in my house.
So fucking cook.
Well, I am a terrible cook. I burn spaghetti just by looking at it.
And how should I prepare for this?
Oh no, this I bought at a bakery. And how is Rose feeling? You must be thrilled.
This pregnancy is God's reward. I do worry, though. Put such a strain on her.
Gilead has the best prenatal care in the world.
Is that right?
She was just so young when her mother died.
Every woman deserves a loving father.
I'm sure he'd be very proud of you. I've always wanted a big family. Beth and I had talked about 5 before she got ill. And of course, there were challenges. Yes, even when Rose was born, there weren't enough resources to fight for every life. Every child deserves a chance, not just the children of privilege.
You were certainly part of creating a nation that turned that into a reality.
No, you're fucking taking care of the children of privilege and no one else.
We will set Gilead back on God's path of light. No family should endure what we had to.
I must admit, I've had my doubts.
So clarify, what are your doubts? Because I really want to know what is going on with you. There is shit underneath that you are fucking trying to stir up.
Lawrence is very lucky to have you out there selling it.
I appreciate the platform and having a voice.
I know that wasn't always the case. If I may, a better man would have encouraged your influence.
Jeanine.
Hey, you're not gonna go, okay?
You're not gonna go.
You gotta send somebody else to do the dry run.
June, you have done all kinds of shit, and you're gonna just...
I'm just gonna give you a beat. Think if that's how you want to talk to a grown woman.
You know how dangerous it is for you at Jezebel's.
I have a very clear picture of how dangerous Jezebel's is, thank you.
I just got you back.
Appreciate you saving me. I do, but now somebody's gotta save these women.
Come to Alaska with us. We can all have a life together. We can be...
No. I just can't do that anymore.
Do what anymore?
I cannot live your life anymore. Oh, shit.
What? Oh, no. Lauren said she was at the Red Center.
No, she isn't anymore.
Come on, June. I know you got your reservations, but you also know how to get shit moving. So instead of telling them all the ways that it's too dangerous, help them get shit moving.
The next time I whistle for you, you're gonna crawl across the floor on all 4s. Now what does the kitty say?
Hi.
Yeah, Lawrence, you did this.
Are you fucking stupid?
Meow.
That's right. She was yours once, wasn't she?
Briefly.
It's your special day. I'll let you have her this time.
Sure.
Now go with God. Do your duty.
That is not going with God. It's not duty.
Look at Lawrence go.
Maybe Lawrence will have a fucking heart.
I don't want to speak to you.
I get that a lot.
Well, you're scary. I was in your house and now I'm here, remember?
I do. I'm sorry.
Oh, shitload of good sorry's gonna do.
Rubbed the missus the wrong way.
Yeah, well, you married a real cunt. Sorry.
Don't be.
You're not wrong.
What did you think was going to happen to me?
With your history, either a slow death in the colonies or a quick one on the wall. I knew you had something to live for, so I did what I could to give you a shot.
This is a shot? Thanks. Please, be everyone's white knight. Send them all to fucking Jezebels. To be treated like shit by these disgusting, overly privileged, fucking disgusting men.
Angela's doing great. She drew this. Real talent, right?
What's going to happen to her?
She has a good life.
For now.
Until she's married off.
Bad things happen to commanders' daughters, too. Are you going to help her?
I'll do everything I can to keep her safe.
I say you get her and her mommy the fuck out of Gilead.
Wait a few minutes. I'm not a kid anymore.
No, you were just a kid when I met you, and now you're here.
Safest place to be.
And you're this.
Safest thing to be.
Yet very precarious.
Is it really better here? And it'll stay that way?
Well, it's my job to make sure it does.
I doubt it.
Well, then I will stay.
I'm expecting them to draw a bunch of people there and then fucking bomb you all or something like that.
Until you can get my family out. All of us.
Take a while, like a year or two.
Or they just keep doing their underhanded shit that they do to fucking bend and break and create their own fucking rules that don't apply to the rest of you.
Moira has already volunteered.
I know the place very well. I've been there many times.
Come on, June.
Moira is gonna...
She has no idea what it's gonna be like.
Stop making your excuses.
Panic, she could freak out.
You gotta fucking do everything yourself. Don't let anybody else be fucking involved.
One slip, she's dead.
And the same for you.
What makes you so sure you won't panic?
I can handle myself. My friend is there. She's like a little sister to me. If you send me, you know that I have a commander on the inside.
So what do I tell Moira? And Luke?
Leave it with me.
Go tell them, June. Be honest. Tell them that you went under their fucking nose and fucking put yourself in there and took them out.
There's been a change plan. And,
June, what did you say to Ellen?
I'm just trying to keep you safe, okay?
No, you're not. You're butting your nose where it doesn't fucking go.
She told Ellen that she's going to Jezebel's instead of me.
You're not going to Alaska?
Janine, she's at Jezebel's.
You
See
were
her,
just
and
telling
then
me
I will
that
follow
I
you.
shouldn't be the one.
I go take care of them, and I will be right behind you.
You go take care of them. That's your mom.
I was in there way longer than you.
That's
all
not the
right?
fucking point.
This is
You went behind my back. You didn't even come talk to me.
disrespectful.
You both lied to me for months,
Oh,
and you
come on.
kept.
Because we knew you'd freak out.
Exactly.
Just like you're doing.
Like you're freaking out right now.
And just mess up all the work we've done.
Be mad, but you will be alive.
Oh, that is so goddamn infantilizing.
I'm going to Jezebel's. So you can either come with me or you can not go at all.
Thank you.
What the fuck are you trying to prove?
What are you trying to prove?
I don't have to prove anything to you.
Yeah, you've done all kinds of shit, but you also fucking do a lot of shit to fuck stuff up, too.
You will not survive.
You think that little of a...
You think on your feet, but you also make a lot of mistakes.
Do not follow me.
They don't need a white knight.
This isn't even about us. This is about you.
Absolutely right.
I wouldn't even be here.
Just say it.
The truth of it is, you want to go in. You want to fight. But I built this plan from the ground up. This is my chance to fight for Hannah.
This
Yeah, June, wake up.
was my
Other people have a stake in this also.
Eleanor's favorite book. One day you're gonna read it. All by yourself. A Little Princess, Chapter 1. Once, on a dark winter's day, when the yellow fog hung so thick and heavy in the streets of London, an odd-looking little girl sat in a cab with her father and was driven rather slowly with a queer, old-fashioned thoughtfulness in her big eyes. She was such a little girl, did not expect to see such a look on her small face. And Sarah Crowe. Anytime.
Might be a good deal to strike up. Lawrence to visit you every now and then. You know he won't do anything with you. Drop you little bits of information about your kid.
DC, you were dancing and had this glow.
Hopefully, eventually, frickin' get you and her out of there.
Prayed for God's forgiveness that night for coveting another man's wife.
Less of a man, more albatross.
Really?
Did we talk?
I was too shy to approach you. I did wish I was the one dancing with you that night.
Here, now.
I'm surprised more of these wives don't try to, learn more about Jezebels and stuff like that. They gotta know that their fucking husbands are screwing around on them. that is what that is for. And I imagine some of them are very jealous. Especially people like Serena. That's not what I expected.
Aunt Lydia.
Mrs. Waterford, Commander Wharton. Blessed evening.
If you want to fight, then let's fight together.
This is the speech on the trailer.
Of course I want to fight. Hannah's there. But I've been on the road you're on, and you feel like you're getting close. She's gone again. And it really, really, really hurts. I guess I was just trying to save you from that.
You can't.
I had this idea. I wanted us to be a family. But the truth is, it's not possible. It doesn't matter where we are. Canada, it doesn't matter if we are in Alaska. She's not here. It just feels like when we lost her, that it broke us. I feel like it breaks us every day.
Yeah, we're a broken family. But I already got one impossible dream.
What?
I got you back. You're alive. I'm alive. And so this is who we are now.
Yep.
Two lunatics going into Gilead on a wing and a prayer.
Back when you were in Fred's house, you didn't even know he was alive. You thought he was dead.
Yeah.
You both thought you would never fucking see each other again.
You know that...
It's fucked up, and yeah, broken family and everything, but...
Even if this Mayday plan were to work perfectly, which it will not, you know that doesn't mean necessarily that we may get to her, right? I need you to know that.
Yeah, but we gotta try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta try. God, you know I love you, right?
You know I love you, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that was a big step they just took there that needed to happen very badly.
At this moment, she was remembering the voyage she had just made from Bombay with her father, Captain Crew. And of some young officers' wives who used to try to make her talk to them, laugh at the things she said. That at one time, one was in India in the blazing sun, and then in the middle of the ocean, and then driving in a strange vehicle. What is Sarah thinking of? Is this the place? Sarah whispered. Is it, Papa? Yes, little Sarah, it is.
That was nice. Alright, y'all, that was episode 4. It was pretty good. A lot of freaking, like, fucked up shit. Like, happens with fucking Gilead. Goddamn fucked up shit. I don't know, like, I feel like that encounter there with Jeanine and Lawrence could be helpful to get Jeanine to kind of, just to fight more. Fight for her daughter. And it looks like it woke Lawrence up to, like, you've got this little girl there that needs some fucking protection. And she needs a parent to actually parent her. Hopefully he'll continue to really try to help her. I really do, though, hope that he eventually tries to come up with a plan to get Jeanine and her kid out of there. Neither of them deserve to be left there. Not even as a commander's daughter. Luke and June, I'm glad they finally really started to kind of like hash things out and really talk about these things. I mean, granted, June had to do the fucking shit that June does and try to take over and freaking be Miss White Knight while trying to save everybody. Even though, like I said, she fucks things up too. Yes, when things are really fucked up, she thinks well on her feet and everything, but she also makes a lot of stupid mistakes. She is not very considerate of other people, harms them without frickin' apology or anything, but I'm glad they had their talk. I think they got a lot out that needed to be out in the open, in the air, that was really raw and really honest. And I'm glad Moira stood her ground. Because, yeah, fucking June has to freaking undermine other people. She has to freaking act like she's gonna be the savior of everyone because she can't let anybody else do things to try to fight back because they'll be in danger. Even though she's been in danger plenty of times. Even though she's put other people in danger. So stop fighting it and help these people. Plan with them. You have some fucking knowledge. You have some understanding how to do this shit. So stop fighting them. Start working with them. Start helping them make their plans better. And don't fucking take the whole thing over. And don't freaking try to do for other people to save them, treating them like little fucking children. It's ridiculous. I still thought it was a very good episode. But yeah, kind of like, really gets you so fucking angry about some of this shit. Hopefully they make some real headway this season. I know this is the last season, but from my understanding, they're going to try to do a lot of stuff, and it should at least look good to us. How much is it really going to help dismantle Gilead? Probably not a lot, but hopefully at least a little bit. Hopefully at least we get some of the people we care about in better positions or get them the fuck out of there. And hopefully a bunch of the people that we do know and care about don't end up dead. Because we know that could happen. Alright, that's all I got for you this week. I will see you next week. Bye. I'll see you when I see you. And remember, if you like this content, please click the thumbs up. And if you want to see more content, click subscribe. Ring that little bell and click all, and you'll get more notifications anytime new content comes out.